Good morning children. Chapter 3 Data Handling. Today's topic bar graphs. Last year we have collected the information and arranged in the form of a frequency distribution table. Then this information we have represented in a visual way by using pictograph and bar graph. This year also we are going to learn about a bar graph with a different purpose. That means bar graph, you know that frequency idea only we are using in that. So the tallest bar is represent mode of the grouped data. Now what is bar graphs? It is a pictorial representation of the numerical data by number of bars or rectangles of uniform width erected horizontally or vertically with equal spacing between them. What is a bar graph? It's a pictorial representation of numerical data by many number of bars or rectangles. The most important thing is that between the bars we should keep equal distance only. You have already studied bar graph, how to draw pictograph and all. So this time we are going to learn about a bar graph only. Now we can see one example. Now example, the following data gives the number of students of Delhi state who went abroad for the study during some years. Year 1996, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001. Number of students 1400, 1600, 1250, 1000, 2000, 2200. Represent the data in a bar graph. Now the table is 1996, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001. So first step is that we have to draw one horizontal axis and the one vertical axis. That means our x-axis and y-axis. Still you have already learned in the 6th class. I'm just showing how to do that one because children are doing so many errors while doing the construction of bar graph. So we have to construct a horizontal axis, that is x-axis. So here O and here X I'll mark, then put the arrow mark, here Y, that is our vertical axis, right? Now we got horizontal axis and vertical axis. What is the next step? Along the horizontal axis we have marked X and along the vertical axis we have marked Y. Now choose the suitable scale. Since the children are 1400, 1600, 1250, 1000, 2200, 2200, we are going to take that 1 centimeter equal to 200 students on the Y axis. So I'll write here scale on y-axis, that is 1 centimeter equal to 200 students, right? So this is the scale we have written, only y-axis. Bar graph is having y-axis only scale. Now what should be taken for the x-axis? Years. So we will write here years. And what is the here we want number of students. So labeling we have done. This side it is years and here it is the number of students. Now we have decided 200 means it will start to 200 from here 1 centimeter, next 400. Now we have labeled and we have written on the y-axis what is the scale to be taken and the x-axis years 96, 97, 98 like that. Here one is the one of the important point is that what is the distance you are leaving here? 1 centimeter, right? So the same space to be leave the next bars also. So the 1996, what is the height? 1400. So I am doing the first bar for you and I want to show that what is the error always the children will do, because there is no need of teaching bar graph. I know that very well because everybody learned bar graph in the 6th class, but still some of the children will repeat the same error. See the gap here 1 centimeter and again here 1 centimeter, next bar will starts. Next is 1600. So again next bar I have to use the 1600 as the height. So you'll get like this the bars. So I just want to tell you that this space here 2 centimeter, again here 1 centimeter, then your bar graph is wrong, right? So always 1 centimeter gap should be given, because children likes that, because sometimes number of bars will be lesser. So what they will decide, first bar and second bar graph they will keep 2 centimeter, they will forget to keep here 2 centimeter. Whatever distance we are keeping here, the same distance should be the same space should leave for before the bar graph and the y-axis also. So everywhere 1 centimeter gap only we have to take. Like this we have to complete the bar graph. Now we complete the bars. Now what is the next step? Take the graph sheet like this and to be pasted in your classwork, right? Some of the children will keep the graph books in your separate only. That is not required, because the number of graph is less only. Nowadays you are doing the homework copy is separately. So the exercise questions graph to be pasted in homework copy like this. So when the question is completed, then and there only its graph to be pasted like this. Got the idea? So you already know the construction of the graph. I just reminded for you for correcting your errors. What is the mistake you are doing in the paper and all. So we completed the bar graph here using the given question, right? After the graph, completing the graph, what we should do? We should cut the graph like this and paste then and there only. Today we are not going to solve any examples, because you have already learned the bar graph and you know that how to answer the bar graph or read the bar graph. So the exercise question I am doing here first. So exercise 3.3, first question. Use the bar graph to answer the following question. Which is the most popular pet? How many children have dog as a pet? So here graph is given to you. So from this, which is the most popular pet? Which is the most popular pet means tallest bar we should see. Which is the tallest bar among this? This is dog, cat, then rabbit, like that. So many animals, pet animals name is given. From this you know that the cat bar is highest. So which is the popular pet here? The bar representing cat is the tallest. So cat is the most popular pet. Now what is the next part? How many children have dog as a pet? So dog against dog, which number is representing 8. So the number of children having dog as a pet are 8 only. So this is just a simple question only. So read the graph. So see the graph and you can answer very well. Question, read the bar graph which shows the number of books sold by a bookstore during 5 consecutive years and answer the following questions. So the bar graph is given. You can see the diagram in your textbook also. It is clearly given about how many books were sold in 1989. So what you should do means 1989, this is the first bar, right? So against that you keep the scale. And it is approximately 200. So the scale is given that 1 centimeter equal to 100 books. So it is almost close to 200. So we'll take that 175 books were sold in the 1918 respectively. 1990 you can see 475 books. 92 it is 225 books were sold. Second question, in which year were about 475 books were sold? So 475 means close to 500, which is the number you have to see like this, which is the second bar. Second bar means it is 90. Again 225, it is close to just above the 200. So which is that line? 92. So we will write here 92. Like that you have to see each question. This is called reading the bar graph. So you can understand very well this one, because you have last year learned interpreting the graph or reading the bar graph very nicely. It's just a practice questions only, this exercise. So we got 2 questions answer here. In which years were fewer than 250 books were sold? So the years 89 and 92, the number of books sold were less than 250. This also you can keep the scale below the 250 and you can check that which are the bars are coming under the 250. Then you can write. You can see that 89 and 92. Now the last question for this one. Second, can you explain how would you estimate the number of books sold in 1989? This I told already, because how the bar represent it is close to 200. That means first 1 centimeter, then 3/4 of 1 centimeter, right? What is the height of the bar? 1 centimeter plus 3/4 of 1 centimeter. That means 1 centimeter equal to 100 books, that is the scale. So 100 plus 3/4 into 100. So 100 plus 75, 175. Therefore, about 175 books were sold in the year 1989. Some children are arguing that it is not 175, maybe 180 also possible, because it is close to the answer only we are taking, not exact value, because whenever we are doing in our graph, that is easy to read and you can tell the correct answer. Now what is the question? How to explain? Means it is number of books sold in 1989 is represented by 1 centimeter plus 3/4 of 1 centimeter. It is close to 2 centimeter, right? So 1 centimeter is represented by 100 books. 100 plus 3/4 of 100, that is 75. So 175 books were sold in the year 1989. Third question, number of children in 6 different classes are given below. Represent the data on the bar graph. And moreover, we have to answer the question also. Class number of children, 5th 135, 6th 120 children, 7th 95 children, 8th 100, 9th 90, 10th 80. First I'll answer the questions only. How would you choose a scale? How would you choose a scale? Because 135, 120, 95, 100, 90, 80 are there. Only 2 are having 5, right? Others all are tens multiples only. So we will choose a scale 1 unit equal to 10 children. And moreover, what is the condition? We can represent a more clear difference between the number of students of 7th class and that of the 9th class by this scale. That is 90 and 95. We can show the margin very neatly. So what we are taking? 1 unit equal to 10 children. Suppose anybody wants to take as 1 unit equal to 5 children also they can take. But what will happen? The means the height of the bar is become very big or large. Sometimes it does not look good. So appropriate scale you should choose and moderate height should be there. So the scale is 1 unit equal to 10 children. And if you want additional information, means you can write that 90 and 95 we can show a clear margin by taking 1 unit equal to 10 children. Now second part, answer the following questions again. Which class has the maximum number of children? Without doing the graph also you can tell which class is having maximum number of children. The maximum children is having 5th class, but that is 135, and minimum, which is the least, it is 10th class. Got? This is the first part of the question. Now find the ratio of the students of class 6th and to the students of class 8. Number of students of 6th is 120 and the 8th is 100. So 120 by 100, it is 6 by 5. It is equal to 6:5. Now still the question is not completed. The data should be question is not completed. We have to do the bar graph only. So scale to be chosen already 1 centimeter equal to 10 students, and the class will be represented on the x-axis. So 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and see the gap between them. It is always 1 centimeter only. And again the 10, 20, 30 multiples of 10 up to 140 we have marked. Now according to the frequency we have marked the bars also. Now what is the next means? So once you completed the graph like this, after the question you should paste in your homework copy, because this is exercise question only. Exercise we have to complete in homework copy only. So after doing the question graph you have to take out the page and cut and neatly to be pasted, right? Now here I have used the sketch pen because it is a visually means for you people it will be interesting to see and all, but when you are doing in your classwork use only pencil for this side, only pencil. Write is for the scale, drawing the x-axis and y-axis, using drawing the bars, labeling the graphs, everything you should use a pencil only. The performance of the students in first term and second term is given. Draw the double bar graph. This time we have to use double bar graph also. That also you have learned. The question is first term, second term. The marks are given in the different subjects: English, Hindi, Maths, Science, Social Science. In which subject has child improved his performance most? See, 67 to 70, 72 to 65, 88 to 95, 81 to 85, 73 to 75. So which is the highest performance? performance, it is max only 88 say 95, right? It is just 3, and again it is decreased here 88 plus 7, but here only 4 mark increased, here only 2 mark. So which is the maximum here? Max. What is the mark? How many marks increased? 95 minus 88 equal to 7 marks. Like that. In which subject is the improvement is least? Because only 2 marks, social science, right? Now, has the performance gone down in any subjects where it is decreased? In Hindi. So we have to write Hindi also, right? So while seeing the table itself, you can answer the questions. Now what we have to do? Double bar graph to be represented. Double bar graph will be look like this only. Here x-axis, y-axis, subjects, marks similar to your bar graph only. Now here what is the problem means one bar to be taken and it is divided into 2 halves. Some children will do 1 centimeter for first term, 1 centimeter for second term. That is also correct only, but that bar graph doesn't look good compared to this. So you take 1 centimeter only and divide it into 2 parts. So first term will be represented by the dotted part and the second term is blank only. Again you can see 1 centimeter gap only. Here also 1 centimeter, here also 1 centimeter. So bar between the bars it is 1 centimeter. And other important points what we have to remember means scale to be written like your bar graph, and the key to be written which is representing your first term, which is representing your second term to be written. So already you know how to draw the double bar graph and all. So just I have shown, and which are the points you have to keep in mind, that also I have told. Like that you have to complete the graph and to be pasted after the question in your homework copy. Next question, consider the data collected from a survey of colony. Favorite sport: cricket, basketball, swimming, hockey and athletics. Watching and participating, 2 types of people are there. Some are interested to watch, some are interested to participate. So number of they have shown directly in the tabular form. Now the question is that draw a double bar graph choosing an appropriate scale. What do you infer from the bar graph? Now the double bar graph is look like this only. Again labeling sports, number of people. Now that is a double bar graph is there. 2 types we have to represent. So key should be written. One will be shaded, other one will not be shaded. We'll keep it as a blank. Now one more point I have to say that don't forget to write x-axis and y-axis. I have not written here. You must write. Don't forget. That also carries mark only. So whenever you are doing the graphs, write labeling and write the name of the axis, everything to be written. And now the this side what we have taken, sports. Here number of people who are interested to watch or participate. Now we have to choose appropriate scale means we are taken that 1 centimeter equal to 200. So 200, 400 like multiples we have to write, and we have to complete the double bar graphs. What do you infer from the graph? That is the sub question for this one. It can be observed that most of the people like watching and participating in cricket, while the least number of the people like watching and participating in athletics, because the height of the bar here least only. So which is the interested game? Most of the people are interested in cricket. Whether you consider for watching, whether you consider for participating, the bars of the cricket, the bars which is represented for cricket is the tallest among all these one. So what we can say, the people like watching and participating in cricket than compared to any other sports. Which sport is most popular? Cricket. Which is more preferred, watching or participating? Watching different types of the sports is more preferred than participating in the sports. Why it is like that? Because the height of the watching is more than compared to the height of the bars for participating. So from this only you can say that watching is more interested than participating. Take the data given minimum and maximum temperature of the cities. This is an example or first page of the data handling only. From that the table is taken. So here the maximum temperature and the minimum temperature we have listed out. Now the question is double bar graph to be plotted, and the answer the following questions. Which city has the largest difference in the minimum and the maximum temperature of the given data? Just to take the difference. Which city has the largest difference? 38 to 29, difference is 9. Like that we have to calculate. Now see that 41 and 26. What is the difference here? It is equal to Like this, roughly you calculate the difference. You can see that 9, 11, 7, 9, 10, 10, 15, 5. So which is having the maximum difference 15. So which is the city? That one, Jammu is the answer. Which is the hottest city and which is the coldest city? Jammu is the hottest because in the maximum 41 degrees Celsius is the highest. So Jammu is the hottest. Which is the coldest city? Check that one. Which is the least? 29, 26, 21, 27, 28, like that. So which is the least? 21. So Bangalore is the coldest city. Name the two cities where the maximum temperature of one was less than the minimum temperature of the other. Bangalore and Jaipur, if you consider, what is the question? Name the two cities where maximum temperature of one was less than minimum temperature of the other. The first pair is Bangalore and Jaipur. See that one. Bangalore, it is equal to 28 degree Celsius, and Jaipur, you check. Jaipur, it is equal to 29 degrees Celsius. So this maximum temperature is less than 29. Similarly, Bangalore and Ahmedabad. Now what is the last question? Name the city which has the least difference between its minimum and maximum temperature. So already we have calculated this one. This you can answer from this question, that is Mumbai only. Now what is left for us? Drawing the double bar graph. Here we represented the double bar graph. Here what is the difference, or what is the point to be remembered means number of bars are more. So you should turn the graph paper like this and do it. So same rule only. Labeling should be done, that is city and temperature, and which are the cities here, and the number of temperature here degree Celsius to be represented here, and double bar graph. One should be shaded, other one should keep as a blank only. So here what we should be written, scale as well as key. Key means which part is representing maximum, which part is representing minimum. These are the points you should remember while doing the double bar graph. So see the graph, don't do the mistakes. So once you completed the bar graph, paste the graph sheet in your homework copy, corresponding questions. Each question should have one graph, so that graph should be pasted then and there only. That doesn't mean that first question and second question, it is reading only. So graph is given in the textbook, nothing to worry about that one. From the third question onwards you have to draw the graph. So after drawing the graph, take out the pages and cut neatly and paste in your homework copy. Thank you.